Here it is, February 27th, 2011. And there was a record convention today. And here are my finds. There's more vinyl than ever. There were barely any parking spots left, but I scored. Let's start with Joe Walsh, You Can't Argue with a Sick Mind, live album. Tommy Bolin, Teaser, classic from the late, great Tommy Bolin, who also played guitar for the James Gang. K&JJ, trombone players on Bethlehem Records. East Coast Jazz, series number 7. Traffic, Shootout at the Fantasy Factory, die cut album cover. The Beatles, Hey Jude, aka The Beatles Again. Chick Corea and Return to Forever, Hymn of the Seventh Galaxy, in celebration of them being on tour this year. Beatles 65 in mono. Beatles Rubber Soul, US. And is it? Yes, it is, on the Rainbow label. The Who, Who's Next? Santana, Caravanserai. Spooky Tooth, one of the best album names ever. You broke my heart, so I busted your jaw. Power Station, from People in Duran Duran and others. Mountain, Nantucket Sleigh Ride. Rolling Stones, Undercover, with all the original stickers. Traffic, John Barleycorn Must Die. The Temptations, Puzzle People, with I Can't Get Next to You. Rah! Neil Young, Harvest, very good copy. Sly and the Family Stone, Stand. Paul Simon, One Trick Pony, soundtrack from the motion picture. Santana's first album. Johnny Cash at San Quentin. Who needs a box set when you got this? Original pressing. Rick Springfield, Success Hasn't Spoiled Me Yet. Poor Rick Springfield. Jay Giles Band, Ladies Invited. 2 copies because I got this one for $1.50, and then I saw this one for only $1 with the original sleeve inside, and I think the vinyl's in better condition, so we'll see what happens to the other copy. Big Tree Records Nostalgia Volume 1 has such hits on it as Hushabye by the Mystics, Runaround Sue by Dion, Snoopy vs. the Red Baron by the Royal Guardsmen, Little Bit of Soul by the Music Explosion, He's So Fine by the Chiffons, Ferry Cross to Mercy by Jerry and the Pacemakers, Quarter to Three by Gary U.S. Bonds. Lots of good stuff. Next up, James Gang, Thirds, last album that Joe Walsh played guitar on. The Modern Jazz Quartet, Fontessa. In the original shrink wrap, no less. Fanny, Charity Ball. Rainbow, Long Live Rock and Roll. The Police, Zenyatta Mondatta. This pressing was made in Greece, of all places. Rod Stewart, Never a Dull Moment. Prince and the Revolution, Parade. Had this album on CD for years, never had it on vinyl. Led Zeppelin, In Through the Outdoor. Jeff Beck Group, self-titled. Nick Lowe, Jesus of Cool. In the US, this album was called Pure Pop for Now People. This is the British copy. Talking Heads, Speaking in Tongues. Southside Johnny, the Asbury Jukes, I Don't Want to Go Home, as well as Hearts of Stone. Most all of your best Southside Johnny songs on those 2 albums. It's a Beautiful Day, their wonderful first album on Columbia Records. A sampler called The Days of Wine and Vinyl from Warner Brothers. This is the Lost Leader series. 2 records in here. Lucifer's Friend, self-titled album. This album rocks. Traffic. This is just the first album called Traffic. Rush 2112 with the gatefold, as well as Fly By Night. Dave Mason, Alone Together. No, it's not on colored vinyl, but it's in good condition. Hall & Oates, H2O, and last but not least, I saw 1,000,000 copies of this, but this is the best looking one that I could find. Rod Stewart, every picture tells a story, because my old vinyl copy is all worn out. And that was the haul made at the Fairview Park Record Show today. Next one's going to be right after Record Store Day, and I'll see you there.